So the Benami Law in India has been redefined by virtue of the latest amendment which came in force on 10th of August 2016. The reason of the amendment is quite clear, that the government want to put a restraint and check on the black money. So I would like to inform you about the 4 basics test so as to see whether the transaction is a Benami transaction or is not a Benami transaction. The first test will be explained by virtue of an example. Number 1, where the Amit purchased the property in his own name for the benefit of his friend Ram, and the funds which has been used for the purchase of the said property are the funds of Ram. The said property will be regarded as the Benami property. So the second situation of the Benami transaction is that where Ramesh purchased the property in the name of Shyam, but the Shyam doesn't exist. So the said transaction will be a Benami transaction. The third eventuality will be where the property is in the name of Ramesh, but the Ramesh is not aware that any such property exists in his name, or he is not aware, or he denies the ownership of that property. The said property will be a Benami property and the said transaction will be a Benami transaction. The fourth eventuality can be where the consideration paid by the person is not traceable or is fictitious. In that eventuality, said property transaction will be a Benami transaction. If husband purchases a property in the name of his wife or children from his known sources of income or from the known sources of his assets, in that eventuality, that the said transaction will not be a Benami transaction. The second exception is where the grandfather purchases a property in the name of his grandson for the benefit of grandson, and he is the joint owner in that property, and the funds which has been utilized are the known sources of the funds of the grandfather. That will fall in the exception and will be out of the Benami laws. Any property, whether it's an immovable property or a cash, it should be from the known and justifiable sources. So one should be quite cautious while dealing and transacting into the property. One should go for proper legal assistance and also the due diligence with respect to the property before purchasing and transacting the same. One should see and ensure that the property should pass the litmus test of Benami laws, as well as should ensure that the property should be purchased and transacted through the known and justifiable source of income. I think if the law enforcement agencies work well, definitely the black money will come to an end.